Hello, welcome to Web of Stories. My name is Melinda and it's Tuesday, so it's Tag Tuesday. And I'm here to do the Honest Booktuber tag. So this tag was created by Harriet Rosie 13. I tried to find the original video to link and I couldn't find it, but I will link her channel. I was tagged by Jess at Jess Book Girl TV. And this is a fun tag because it's one that I can just do it without going in such. I just organized all my books, so having to go take a bunch of books off the shelf right now is not ideal. So this one I don't have to pull any books for. It's great. So there are 10 questions, and then I'll tag some people. I have my jar. So let's get started. Question 1, have you ever lied about reading a book? So if you are not new to this channel, you've heard this story before, but if you are new, here it is. When I was a junior in high school, our English class was American literature. And we had a district-wide requirement that we had to read The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn and to do an essay on it. And that essay would be submitted to the district for a district grade. And I tried to read Huckleberry Finn and I could not get past the dialect. I just couldn't make it make sense in my head. I read it aloud. I did all that. I couldn't get past it. And this was a time, aging myself, before audiobooks existed, but they were very much for people who had vision issues, who had vision challenges. And they were very like, I am reading the book like this. It wasn't a performance-based thing as it is now. And also it was all on cassette tapes. So you'd have to get like 13 cassette tapes. So it wasn't really an option to do audiobook at that time. It probably wasn't even on my radar. And if it was, it wasn't an option. So I didn't read it. And I said I read it, but I didn't read it. And then when it came time to take the essay, to do the essay, we didn't know what the questions were ahead of time. So I just kind of remembered, like I got the questions and I just kind of like tried to remember everything we discussed in class. And I wrote an essay and I got the highest score in the district. Whoops. So for a very, very, very long time, I did not read Huckleberry Finn and I had felt guilty. I had felt guilty about it ever since. I did this year read it. I did read Huckleberry Finn and I didn't like it at all. Like I had read Tom Sawyer and actually really liked Tom Sawyer. So I thought, okay, maybe I can do Huckleberry Finn just as a book. I don't think it's a very strong book because I think it has a really mushy middle, the whole thing with the Duke and the King. I was like, I don't care. And then it didn't, once they're out of the picture, I didn't feel like it picked up momentum again. So I just, as a book, structurally, I didn't like it. And then there's a lot of the problematic issues, but I read it. Now, the good news about this is then I read James by Percival Everett, which I loved. So it was ultimately worth it because then I read James. But yeah, I did lie for a very long time about reading The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain. Okay, question 2. Have you ever avoided a book because of controversy around the content or author? I don't think I've avoided a book. I have chosen not to continue reading certain authors because of it. The big one was the big one for me was Marion Zimmer Bradley. I had enjoyed The Mist of Avalon and the surrounding books. And then I heard about her, Google it. I'm not going to go into it. And I was like, no. And then recently, not as serious, but along the same lines, we had the Alice Munro issue and I just pulled my unread Alice Munros off the shelf. I said, nope, I'm not going to do it. And I think it's just a decision. I don't condemn people who choose to continue to read Alice Munro because her stories are quality and they are very good. I just chose not to. And it's just, you have to choose for yourself what works for you. So yeah, but I can't think of, and I'm not saying this will never happen, but I personally can't think of a time that I have chosen not to start a book or not to even try one. Because of that, it's always been kind of an after the fact sort of thing. So there you go. 3, have you ever been sent a book for free and not disclosed it? Not that I can remember. I do not, I broke up with NetGalley because it wasn't working for me. Back several years ago when I was really active book blogging, I was on a lot of publicity tours or blog tours. And I got a lot of ARCs and I would always make a point of saying that's where I got it. But at this point I do not accept ARCs or anything like that. I just don't because I don't want to get in that position. So I don't say anything about it because none of these books were given to me free unless they were like a gift. I mean, I don't know. So even then I would tell you where I got it from. It's not a big secret. So no, I can't think of any time that happened. Question 4, have you ever bought a book with no intention of reading it? So I'm assuming we are not including buying books for someone else, because obviously that has happened. What I have done is I have read books in digital form, either from the library or I own the digital form, and liked it so much that I wanted a print copy for it. So then I would buy a copy just to put on my shelf. So I didn't really have an intention of reading that particular copy, although I had already read the book, if that makes any sense. That's probably the closest I can come to with that. But, you know, getting a book I've never read, buying it, why would I buy it if I don't have an intention of reading it? I don't know. So, besides, I have a lot of books that I purchased with the intention of reading it and haven't read them yet. So why would I do that? Have you ever got caught up in Booktube drama? I have not. I don't even think I've been remotely near Booktube drama. I'm kind of the wallflower. You guys go have your drama wherever it's happening. I don't even, other than people getting really bad comments and such, I haven't even witnessed Booktube drama, really. And I'm fine with that. Just go living my life over here, reading books and talking about them. But yeah, no. And I'm kind of drama averse anyway. I'm like, I don't want to get involved in things like that. So, have you ever had a hate comment and did you respond? The only hate comments, and I made this realization after hearing a video from Pat at Book Chat with Pat, but the only hate comments I've ever gotten have been on shorts. So I don't make shorts anymore because of that. And they weren't horrible. It's just, I don't want to deal with them. And one was just someone found my videos and they just made obnoxious comments. And I'm like, delete, delete, delete. It was just, I don't want to deal with this. But the other time it happened is I had made a short about something to do with book banning. And it got into the audience of people who think book banning is a great thing. And they started going at it in the comments. And I would see the comments and then I would see the views click up and up and up and up and up. So I just let them talk and be obnoxious and disgusting because they're showing the whole world who they are. I don't need to say anything. They're doing a perfectly good job of telling everybody who they are without my help. So I just let them go on and doing that. And when the views kind of leveled off and stopped, I just deleted the comments. That's how I dealt with it. I'm like, I will definitely take the engagement, but I'm not engaging. I'm just going to, if you want to engage, if you want to engage that way, that's fine. Just don't expect your comment to still be there once it's of no use to me. So there, those were my 2 chances. Other than that, I've not had any. I had someone once, it wasn't a rude comment. It was just a very like, this is my opinion and you're wrong sort of thing. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. I don't care, but whatever, but not really. As I said, it's only been on shorts that I've had issues. I have noticed I've gotten more once I hit like a certain, probably about 500 subscriptions. I started getting more spam comments. I don't consider those hate comments, they're just spam comments. And I think that's just because my videos started showing up places and they were just spamming them, but whatever. Okay, question 7. Have you ever made a video just because you knew it would get views? I don't think so, because I will look and see what the views on my videos are just because but I don't ever make a video with the intention of getting views. I make a video because I have something to see. I try really hard to not be worried about my subscriber count or my view count or anything like that, just because that's not why I'm here. My channel is not monetized. I'm never going to monetize it. This is just me here talking. So no, and I even do videos I know are not going to get a lot of views. My Wednesdays with Will videos don't get a lot of views, and I know that, and that's fine. They do, however, have the same amount. I get the same basically number of comments from them, so the engagement is much higher on those. But whatever, I don't care. It's fine, and I don't expect people to watch all of my videos. And I know a lot of Shakespeare is not a lot of people's thing, and if they want to skip it, great, it's fine. It's there. If you could go back to the beginning of your channel, would you do anything differently? I don't think so. It was definitely, starting this channel was definitely a learning curve. So, yes, there's some like tech things that kind of I know how to do now that I didn't do then, but I wouldn't say there were any big drastic changes that I would make at all. I'm still kind of figuring things out, and I've been here for almost 2 years. So there you go. No, my goal with this is to just be me, and I'm just me and just talking about what I read and talking with people what they read. that sort of thing. I'm not trying to make money. I'm not trying to influence. I'm just talking. So yeah, I don't really have any changes I would make if I could go back in time. It would not be a good use of the time machine, as they say on the Stuff You Missed in History Class podcast. Are there any channels you wish you could be more like? I don't know if there's any specific channels, but lots of times I will watch channels and they've been able to do something techie that I have not figured out how to do yet. And then I'm like, ooh, I wish I could do that. But then I try to learn how to do it and it's too much. My brain's like, no, we're just gonna not do that. But no, I just want to be like me. That's it. And I really like channels where the booktuber is very authentic about who they are. I try to be that way, and those are the kind of channels I like. So there you go. And number 10, what's something you love about your channel? I am going to give the answer that so many people have given, is I just really love meeting people through here. I did book blogging for a long time. I did Bookstagram, and I don't think I've ever developed the relationships on either of those that I have on Booktube. So I'm really happy about that. That's probably what I love most about it. So the next thing is to tag some people. As usual, I'm going to tag 3 people, and I have my little thing here. I'm going to pull these 3, and if I know you've done it, I'm going to take you off, but I'm not going to do a huge check. So if I tag someone who's already done it, I'm sorry. That's it. I know some of the people in here have done it, so we'll see. Okay. Oh, okay. So the first one's Ellen at the Ellen Made Book Club. I don't know if Ellen has done it. I'm going to keep her here. Ellen, I'm not sure if you've done this or not. And if you have, I'm sorry, but there you go. I'm not sure if you did it or not. Okay. Okay, here's one. I'm pretty sure she has not done it, and that's Alex at Frank Fiction. So Alex. Okay, let's see here. Scramble these up some more. And Heidi at My Reading Life. That's who I am tagging this time. And of course, this is an invitation. If you haven't already done this and you want to do it, you are invited to do it. There is no obligation. So yeah, just there you go. Those are the Honest Booktuber tag. Thank you very much to Jess for tagging me, and to Harriet Rose for creating this tag. I'm sorry you can't find your original video, but your channel is tagged. So thank you very much. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.